Hey guys, Jim from Import Image Racing, and today I'm with Skylar from Lit Logos to tell you about a new product for your Subaru WRX, STI, BRZ, and Toyota GR86. Let's go. Well, hey Skylar, welcome to Import Image. I see that we have your Lit Logos here, and I think we're going to be putting one of these on the car today. But before we get started with that, why don't you tell us a little bit about the company and the logos that we're looking at?
Yeah, so I run Lit Logos. We make light up logos for cars. So pretty much all of our logos come with a Bluetooth app. You can select any color you want at any time. You've got 120 moving color options, an endless amount of solid color options you can choose from, and it all just hooks right up to your battery. And it's such a low power draw that it takes forever to kill your battery.
Well, that's super cool that we could be at the show. We can kind of light these things up and walk away and not really have to worry about the batteries dying. But it looks like we have a bunch of Subaru stuff here and GR86. What kind of logos could we expect you to carry?
Yeah, so right now we have a ton of Subaru stuff. We're working on expanding pretty much a new logo every month. We just came out with some N stuff for the Hyundai scene. We're coming out with some GTR stuff as well, but our biggest sellers are by far the WRX, STI, and GR.
So we're going to be installing our GR badge today, and as you can see, it has a little bit of a brown wrap on here, and that's really during shipping to keep any kind of scuffs or scratches from happening to this. So when we are ready to light this thing up and finally install it, we're going to peel this off, and you're going to get to see what this thing actually looks like lit up. Well, the car's on the lift, so what is going to be our first step for hooking up our brand new Lit logo?
Yeah, so the first step is going to be removing the bumper. It sounds kind of daunting, but it's really just some push clips and then some bolts.
I would imagine since we got the bumper off, the next step is going to be to remove the physical factory badge.
Yes, so to remove that, there's these two clips here. Really all you need to do is just pop these little metal pieces off and pretty much just snap them off, and then the badge will just push right out. And then we'll come on the other side and pull it on out, and there you go.
So I noticed you got kind of like a little bit of an install kit that comes with these pieces. So tell me a little bit more about what's in the bag and what I'm supposed to do with it.
Awesome. So inside the bag here on the very bottom, we've got some connectors. That's going to be for your wiring. This is a fuse. This helps protect the logo. So you'll just snip it and then add it to the power wire. And then this right here is a stencil. So this will help you be able to get everything lined up and everything dremeled out cleanly. So that way it's a really flush OEM plus fitment.
So for this particular application, there is some modification to the bumper that we're going to have to perform?
Yeah, so we're going to have to just dremel out a little bit of space, and then the logo fits right in, fits flush, just like an OEM badge. We'll go ahead and take the stencil out of the holder, and then just place it right where the OEM badge goes. So it lines up, it'll kind of hold itself in nice and gentle, and then you'll take a silver Sharpie and pretty much just mark the area that you need to remove. So if you just follow right along the edge, you can see once we pull it out, leaves a nice silver spot.
Oh, isn't that cool?
And you know to take it out. Here we've got our Dremel. I've got a drill bit on it right now. Really all we're gonna do is just kind of go around the outside here with the drill bit just to kind of get the main point gone. Because you always wanna pretty much measure twice, cut once. You don't wanna cut too much. You can never add anything back. So you always wanna do less than what you think, test to see if it fits, and then adjust from there. Now we've got a more of a grinder bit. That's gonna help clean everything up and then get it right down to where that white line is. So now we've got a smaller bit, same thing, it's a grinding bit. It just helps us to get right in the corners, get a little bit more precise work instead of trying to clear away a lot of stuff. We have everything cleared out, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure it fits. So we'll just slide it on in. Yeah, nice and clean, totally flush. The last step is going to be just securing this to the grill itself. So right now you just slid it in and it's still kind of loose. We recommend using some hot glue or some caulk or epoxy, really anything, just right along the seal to seal it up, and that'll hold it in there nice and strong. We use hot glue so that way if we ever need to take it out to do any work on the car, we can easily pull it out. Here we've got our Bluetooth controller. So what we just put in was the LED logo. This tells the LED logo what to do. So what I like to do on the GR is kind of put it right here. We've got some 3M on the back side of it to help secure it. So we'll secure it there. This side connects to the logo itself. So it'll connect, and then there's a waterproof nut that you'll screw on, and then you've got your power and ground wire. It's just a red and black wire that are going to run all the way up to the battery.
Now that we have the harness up to the battery, we're going to have Skylar show us how to hook up our positive and negative to the battery.
In the kit, we have our fuse tap here, and then the ring connectors and inline connector. So for the fuse tap, what you're going to want to do is cut it in half, cut the wire in half, and then strip the ends. So that'll release just enough to be able to connect to both the ring connector and the inline connector. This is going to connect to the power wire to protect the logo. Here you've got your power wire and your ground wire. The ground wire has a black line on it, the power wire does not. So for the power wire, you're going to connect your fuse tap into it, put the stripped wire right in there, and then crimp it on down. After we crimp it, we're going to want to heat shrink it to make sure no water can get into this connector. So we can use a heat gun or a lighter. We're going to go ahead and connect the red wire to the positive side and then the black wire to the negative side, the ground side. In this particular application, in order to get the badge to stay on there and not have anything pushing up against it, you have to trim off just a little bit of this styrofoam. Once you get it done, it's super easy to still install. Last step is going to be to plug it in. So on the connector here, you've got an arrow there, and then on the back side of the logo itself, you also have an arrow. Those two arrows have to line up in order for it to work.
Now we can reinstall the bumper?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. The bumper's completely on. It looks like our last step is to pull the protective tape off, and we're going to fire this thing up, man. I'm ready. So I love the lights and I love how it does all the dancing on there, but how do we actually control these colors so that I could, kind of tailor something to my particular vehicle?
Yeah, so you can do it from the app that we provide. So it's a totally free app on both iOS, the Apple Store and the Play Store. You've got 120 different moving color options you can select from. Each one of them does a different feature on the logo itself. You can also select any solid colors you want. So you've got an endless amount to really color match your car, whatever you're going for. And it's just completely customizable by you. On here we've got brightness is the top slider, so you can make it brighter or dimmer depending on what your photo's kind of going for. Then you've got speed, so you can turn it all the way up, have a strobe party, you can turn it down, get a nice slow moving effect. And then finally you've got a white chip. So if you just tap that white there, it creates the white with some of the LEDs, and then you can use this bottom slider here and it'll adjust it to a different shade of white. So you can really get it to match your headlights or your underglow or whatever you're going for. It'll let you really customize that.
Skylar, thanks for coming by and showing us how to professionally install this. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing one of these on my WRX, the VA WRX that you guys see on the channel. And I really appreciate you coming by and showing us how to do this. I love the fact that it can be controlled by an app and it's so simple to do, user-friendly. I love it. For thousands of parts just like this and tons more, be sure to hit up importimageracing.com for all of the best deals on the web and in the world, and we'll catch you on the next one.